Please describe your job title and primary duties.
My job title there, starting out, I was just a basic sales associate. Um, After about a year and a half, I had an evaluation and I was actually asked to be a lead salesman there. Lead salesman, you're actually kind of in charge of all the sales associates. You're right under we had our store manager, our assistant manager, and our visual managers, and I was right under them who kind of ran all the sales associates, kind of ran the cashier duties, just kind of roam the store, make sure everything was running pretty smooth between all the associates.
What was the work environment like?
The work environment was a really kind of laid back job. It wasn't hard at all. You don't need a lot of work experience to work there. That was my first job, and it was definitely kind of an eye opener to the real world. Just seeing how I'm now getting paid for skills that I have. I would just walk around. I would fold anything that was unfolded. I would just do anything my visual managers or assistant managers would ask me. Nothing usually too big. It was very easy, general questions they would ask me to do, and pretty easy task I could manage.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
Yeah, the application, I actually applied there October of 2012, and I was offered an interview about 3 weeks later. I came in for the interview, and they just kind of took us all back. It was a group interview. It was about 8 of us. They took us back to the back storage room and asked everybody certain questions, why Tilly's, just stuff like that. And the interview went really well. I could tell that I stood out in the interview. And after the interview, she told everybody that if you received a call a week or so after, then congratulations. If not, just to reapply. And about a week or so after, I got a call saying that I was offered a position as a sales associate. So that was really cool. That was a great experience, and it's really, yeah.
What should an applicant wear to the job interview?
What I wore a long sleeve button down polo. Even though they don't sell polo, it's still standard interview attire. And I had long sleeve polo on. I had some jeans, and I had boat shoes. Boat shoes, which Tilly sells, and jeans, which Tilly sells. Even though they don't sell polo, it still looked dressy and still looked somewhat in Tilly style. And so I definitely thought I stood out a lot too from what I wore in the interview.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Really just go in there and be yourself in the interview. They're very, very straightforward questions. You can't beat around the bush on any of them. You really just have to give them your straight, honest opinion. Really, that's about it. It's not the hardest job to attain, but it is. Once you do get the job, it is a fun job, and it's a very easy, laid-back job.